Six, and from Greg's house today. We're trying something a little different, a little new. We're going to start going out in the community and doing some live events when we get together when Greg comes into Orlando. So we figured today would be a nice little trial balloon, get it out there, see how it goes. And how you doing today, Greg?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm anxious to see how this goes.
Right on.
I like you said. I think we're going to start. I'm going to be in Orlando for the next at least once a month for the next couple of years. So yeah, I mean, I think we could have a good time with that. So getting out and talking to people and having some live stuff from the
Mhm.
local bar or whatever. So I'm just here for the ride, man. So you go ahead and do what you had planned, and we can just talk. I want to talk a little bit about the NFL yesterday.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You were like the Swampy with the Bills, man. I swear,
Hmm.
because I
Well, I
I'm
know
thinking,
that team.
yeah, 37. I'm thinking my prediction. I think last night was 37-20, and it was not anywhere close to that. And
No.
by the time Sunday night rolls around, unless Miami's playing, I'm usually footballed out. So I don't normally, go out of my way to watch. And I didn't the same last night because I figured it was going to be a blowout. But we'll talk about that soon. So
Yeah, yeah, I told you. Yeah, I'm spot on with them guys. So,
yeah, you really are.
but
You're like either they'll lose or they'll find a way to play down the competition, and they sure did, man.
it's what they do. It's what
Yeah,
they do. They're a mess. They are a mess. So yeah, so like I said before, moving forward, we try to be doing some different things, get some guests out, get in the community. So today, I'm going to rip a few packs of cards, being that I'm in my classroom today. Don't worry, I'm not eating resources. It's my lunchtime, and it's teacher development day. So nobody in the classroom today, but it gives y'all a little bit of a look at what goes on with me in my daily life, and kind of a bit of a reason why I haven't been as active with the show and with the pages, because honestly, I'm really, really busy. You can see on the board behind me, I'm a big believer in analytics. I tell the kids, go watch Moneyball with Billy Bean. Numbers don't lie. But so we got a Bill Nye the Science Guy cards. I got these from Economy Candy up in New York. This is where we get some packs and stuff. I have no idea what a Bill Nye the Science Guy card looks like, but we are going to find out. We're going to rip this Bill Nye the Science Guy in honor of school.
well,
So,
while you're doing that, Mark, I am at Command Central trying to sort through these cards I sold over the weekend. So I'm gonna watch and hopefully we'll get somebody watching and we can answer questions or something. But
yeah. And if
yeah,
not, next time, again, this isn't about viewers, about ratings, or anything like that. We're
right.
just trying to move the show different. This is a trial test run. I'm sure we'll get people on the replay. But Bill Nye the Science Guy, do insects sleep? Sometimes. Will the sun ever burn out? It may.
It
How
should.
many cells are in your body? A lot. Why don't volcanoes erupt all the time? It's based on magma, viscosity, and the movement of tectonic plates. But this one's really cool. This is a little Stegosaurus pop out, and he popped its Stegosaurus out and got Stegosaurus dinosaurs. So, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Other than Stegosaurus, I'm going to give them an F. So I'm not really too. D. The Stegosaurus is really cool, but the rest of the cards were not very entertaining. So I can see why we didn't see a lot of Bill Nye the Science
See, I'm
cards.
it, man. I want to answer all those questions. Like,
Oh, all right. Okay. You want to take a crack at one? You're my guest economics teacher. So, all right. How many cells are in your body? Here you go, Greg. How
uh,
many cells are in your body?
is there an actual answer?
Yes.
I'd say
It's massive.
quadrillions. Quadrillions.
That's pretty close. About 50 trillion. So you weren't that far off.
Not quite
Um,
that much, but did you know in this it's this is really going to be an actual stream of consciousness, I think, today. Did you know I was looking at water the other day, like the beach, and just was wondering because there's a finite amount of water in the world. So I
right.
figured out how much water there is in the world, like on land surfaces and in the oceans, and it's like 4 quadrillion gallons, which seems like very little, but I guess when you do the numbers. Anyway, all right. So let's move on to number two? What's the second question?
Will the sun ever burn out?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
got that one.
Yeah,
And do insects sleep?
yeah, of course.
Probably. But that was the answer. Thanks, Bill Nye. Really definitive. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Look, I got an insert or something here. Oh, I got a sticker.
Okay.
So that was all right. I'm going to give a C now to Bill Nye the Science Guy cards because that's pretty cool. So that's a vinyl sticker. I can put that on somewhere in the class. And then
Yeah,
the last
for the
one,
review, those weren't that cool. Those
they're not.
questions. Yeah.
And I answered about volcanoes. So that's it for Bill Nye.
All right.
All right. So then let's just rip a Skybox Ultraverse. So you'd say we're doing things that kids would like. They're onto the comics. I don't think they'd like Bill Nye the Science Guy very much. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Just board these
You got
scissors.
you got
I got my scissors, Greg. You know I struggle opening things.
you got these at Economy.
Economy Candy, yeah, out of New York City. I love Economy Candy. They give me all these nonsensical things I like to rip open. Ooh, what do we got here? Notch, Mantra, Mangle. Ooh, I got a insert. This is cool. Cool as hell.
I don't know.
Freaks.
Lar.
There we go. That's probably cool.
Okay.
Whoever they are, I'll put that in one. I'll put that in my upcoming sale. I'll put 50 cents on it. It's pretty cool. That's an insert. So I got an insert
Freak.
card.
That's a
Freaks. Freaks. Like FREEX. I mean, this is just, I don't know. Wraith. This is the type of stuff we're getting here. Yeah. War Strike.
You're just your thing. You're keeping it lively and interesting to you because like you said, man. There's only a finite amount of sports cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just, honestly, I'm kind of bored. So I picked up that Larry Doby yesterday.
Yeah.
Just some odds and ends, things that I'm into. I'm pretty much tapped out on baseball and all that right now. Just some individual things.
Right. I think I'm getting people are on to me because I'm getting sniped left and right everywhere I look.
Yeah.
Two Yaz's. These people don't collect Yaz. Why?
Right, it's crazy. All right, so we got hockey, 90 Tops hockey. I'm not going to eat the gum because I don't want to get sick here in my room. But here's the gum. That's pretty good looking gum, actually.
It retained its pinkish hue.
Oh, ain't happening. It's terrible.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna plop.
all right. So hockey, what do we got for hockey? Anything good? I got a Gretzky in here. Wayne Gretzky leader card.
Okay.
Um, yeah, you're not going to get much out of 1990 hockey. There
No.
really aren't anything too great with that. Oh, and these are pretty cool. Plasm, more crazy. This is from Economy Candy, like $1 a pack. I have no idea what Plasm is.
Yeah.
We're gonna rip Plasm. I was thinking like plasma, so it fit in with the school vibe.
I'm gonna show everybody what I'm doing while he's doing this.
There you go.
This is Command Central. So I had a sale, massive sale over the weekend, and those are trying to get the angle right. I'm not very good at this yet, but I am getting everybody's cards. I am getting everybody's cards ready to go. So patience, guys. And it got people paying me right now. I'll get your labels here soon, I promise.
Right on.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
So Plasm is bricked.
Oh, well, go figure.
I mean, not even. It is just completely. I mean, I can't even. Oh, there we go. But I mean, that's gonna destroy them. Even then, yeah, you hear them ripping.
Oh,
They're not even interesting. But now I've just totally creased up whatever super weed. Yeah, so these are going in the garbage. I'm not even gonna bother with them. So Plasm is bricked. I have two other Plasms. That's it for that. And then we got our Pokemon from McDonald's. So let's see what's going on with that. I got this in a Happy Meal with Shasta. Oh, this is nice. A little golden
Okay.
foil Pikachu. That'll be good. The kids will go crazy for this in a room. You
Yeah.
see, I have, you know, we can see my room here. I got all the, my cards and stuff like that. They don't care about any of that stuff. It's like
Right.
Pikachu. Holy cow, Pikachu.
So
So
what
that'll go.
with
That'll
Pokemon?
go right here.
I'm about the least first person in the world on Pokemon cards. Which ones are the ones that are worth money? Like the original ones?
Yeah, back in like the '90s, I think. Yeah, so Pokemon can go there. What other ones do we get? That's cool. That's foil. That's neat. And then just some basic whatever Pokemon nonsense.
Okay.
So that was kind of interesting. And this is from Wayne Chan, formerly Mr. Card of the Week. But Wayne sent these to me, Batman. We got some Batman cards.
Right.
Um, oh, excellent. Got me a Batman sticker. That's cool.
Okay.
So that's in the hit pile. And yeah, I mean, these are, yeah, Batman cards.
Yeah.
So not bad. I'm going to say they're a little better than Bill Nye the Science Guy. So these are like, oh, there it goes, like comics, not from a movie, or they're pretty. It's a mixture like comics, and then here's something from the movie.
With
It's must
the
the
original.
original of Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's Jack Nicholson.
They were
So
Devil in the Pale Moonlight. That one.
yeah,
Yeah.
so there's Batman, and let's see, Plasm's going, and let's do one more the Marvel. That was kind of fun, and then we'll
That is
call it a day.
cool, man. You got some.
Yeah, the Ultraverse. They're not Marvel. I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't really. I'm not a big comic guy, but I did get that one really cool insert. Oh, I think I got another one in there too. So I mean, the cards are. I know I've heard of this guy, Requiem. So that's Requiem,
Okay.
and a checklist, of course. Tinsel, Stone Art. Yeah. Oh, look at Head Knocker. Wow, Head
Hey,
Knocker.
I
Head
like it.
Knocker's serious business. So that's that. We'll save a hockey, these plasm. You know what? Let's just do the hockey because that's all I got left. These are brick. I
Yeah.
mean, I could try. Oh, let's try. This feels on brick, so let's try this plasm. I fight with my earphones. All right. Uh oh. All right. So they are pretty bricked up still.
Oh
But
no.
these are just It's someone. It's like I bet you if you put all these together, like forms a storyboard or something. I have
Yeah.
no idea what they are. I've never heard of them. So yeah, it's like like the front and then the
I think
back.
cards
It's
like that. That sucks.
yeah. It's just I won't buy these again just because they're really kind of
Yeah. What were these? The plasms?
plasm.
Okay.
Some mothers. So all right, I'm not even gonna open the last one because I don't care. I'm done with them. All right, so we got one more hockey. One more hockey. 90 Tops hockey.
Is there anything like Joe Sakic rookie or something?
And not in 90. These
Oh,
are 90 91. He's in the year before. He's in
gotcha.
like 89 90. 89 90 is nice. I like 89 90. There's Socket, there's Linden. There's some other really good cards in 89 90. Brian Leach.
Okay.
But the 90 91, I think this might be had like better off. It's a cool card. Patrick Waugh.
Yeah. The names I know from hockey really are from the '90s, and
Here's a Lemieux.
it's basically coming from playing Sega hockey. That
Mhm.
was my that was my deal back then. You know.
Blades of Steel.
Oh yeah, Blazing Steel's
Blades
great.
of Steel is awesome. So that's all garbage. So that was our rip for today.
Right.
So that completes that portion of our live show. So you want to talk football? Or you want
Yeah,
to
we can
talk
talk some
football?
football, man.
All
I
right.
just what is up with the Bills, man? I
Wow.
just
What is
expound on
up
that
with
a
the
little because
Bills? Sure, I'll expound on it, being that I've seen every game since I was born. And the problem with the Bills is they do not have another wide receiver besides Stephon Diggs. And the other problem is that they've gone from crazy Josh Allen, go wild, to don't run and be conservative, and it's not working out. I
Yeah.
mean, here's my stance on the offense. I really don't care about interceptions. Ball control and fumbles, I do. We've had this conversation a bunch of times. Uh, you show me a quarterback that doesn't throw any interceptions. I'll show you a quarterback that's not very good. It's not taking a chance. Tyrod Taylor, perfect example, was the Bills quarterback for 3 years. Made the Pro Bowl twice, led us to the playoffs, had the toughest. God bless you, Tyrod. But you threw 5 interceptions a year, which means you're not really pushing the ball down the field. So
Yeah.
I'm not a big. It's where they happen, where they occur. It is a bother. But if you throw 15, 20 picks, and you got 35, 40 touchdowns. I'm good with that
Right.
because the risk reward. So they got to be conservative. He's checked down Charlie now, and they do not have any speed. A guy that can get down the field. So their wide receiver core is terrible. They're playing two tight ends. And honestly, the $14 million tight end, Dawson Knox, that game's over if he catches that ball at the end on that second down play, third down play. And, it was not the best pass, but you got to catch that.
Right.
And it's weird. It's traditionally the Bills have always just struggled with those type of games, those type of teams. Now, next week, I expect the same against New England. They're going to stumble around against what is probably the worst football team in the league. And,
Yeah. New England's bad.
you know, I don't know when their next good opponent is, but that'll be the next time they play a good game.
Right.
They just, for whatever reason, they don't. They they just goof around and stumble around. Their decision making has always been suspect. We've had a lot of discussions about McDermott, and
Yeah.
at the end of that game, the Giants are no threat to score a touchdown. Punt the ball. I know you got a
Right.
great kicker, Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass missed the field goal. You sent him out there for like a 55, 56 yarder. Punt the ball. Make the Giants go 90 yards on you. It's not going to happen. The Giants,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right there, if McDermott punts that ball with a minute and a half, the Giants aren't even making the 50. It's a whole different thing. But you gave
Yeah.
them the ball at the 45, boom, you're in business. Bing, bang, boom. Captain check down Tyrod Taylor. 8 yards, 7 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards. Here we go now with it. So again, it's just there's no need for the field goal, even though it would have put you up 8. Just punt the ball, make them go 90. They're not going to. Just things like that, little things like that are always make you scratch your head, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So
Well, and it just for them to go from as good as they looked against Miami because they destroyed us,
right,
and it wasn't even close. And I'm just like, what? Like you said, they rise to the level of competition.
right.
They
Well,
should
they
be.
feed off the defense too.
Yeah.
That's something that people don't really realize. If you don't have eyeballs close on the Bills, you don't really realize how great their defense has been the
Yeah.
last 5, 6 years. Their defense has been sensational, and the offense feeds off the defense. So when you turn on the Sports Center, or you look in the paper the next day and you see the Bills put up 38, the Bills put up 40. It's because the defense is getting turnovers are advantageous. You got short fields, and the Bills really. They haven't really been pushing the ball down the field. So a lot of their offensive production is based on the defense doing a great job as far as taking the ball away.
Right.
And
So
the
if you had
sad
to,
thing about Buffalo is, and we talk about this a lot, is the Bills, as bad as they can be, with turnovers, with penalties. I think in the last 3, 4 years, they've only lost one game. It's not a one-score game. And
yeah.
but when they lose, they don't get blown out. And the thing is they can play horrible, like against the Jets, and have 4 turnovers and lose in overtime. They can play horrible, like they did against the Giants, with 2 turnovers and dumb penalties, and win the game.
Right.
So that's the thing. So when you see those scores against like a Washington, like in the Washington game, we had like it was a 11-point game going to the fourth quarter. It was 13 to whatever, 14 to 3. It's 14 to 3, 14 to 3, 14 to 3, 14 to 3. So this is a trend, they ended up scoring a lot of points. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they need
Yeah.
to make a move and get a receiver. I'm a big believer that go big, score points, and don't worry about keeping the score down. Like Miami. Miami is unstoppable, and right now the Bills are playing for second place. That this,
Well,
you know,
you
because
got
you look at it, Miami's going to lose a game or two because it's going to happen, but that puts them at 14 or 15 wins. Is
yeah.
Buffalo going to get there? No, it ain't happening.
Well, you
They
say
might win 10.
unstoppable, but then you guys stopped us dead in our tracks. So I mean,
Turnovers.
yeah, there's a way to do it. There's a way to
Yeah,
do
you
it.
got to take the ball.
I am certainly not. That Bills game humbled me because
Sure.
everybody that I hear and listen to and read about Miami, God, the best offense of all time, and blah blah blah. Blah. It's not
They may be.
invincible.
Man,
Well,
they
but
may be, but
the
they're
Bills
they're
is
dynamite. They're yeah.
they just have our number. And
Mhm.
I was watching a game, Miami game yesterday, and we're down 14-0 to Carolina at home, and I was about to throw my remote through the screen.
Right
I
back.
was like, "What is going on?" So I mean, we obviously came to life in 42-7 the rest of the game, but
Yeah.
it's a young team, the team I'm most impressed with right now, with their defense, really is New York, is the
Yeah, their
Jets.
D is good.
Their defense is outstanding, and it's I don't know what they're really good, and I mean they beat who they beat yesterday.
Philly, Philadelphia.
That's right, they beat the Eagles. The Eagles. San Francisco loses to Cleveland with their backup.
All
So I
right.
mean, right now, if I had to say with football in the AFC, it's either Kansas City, Miami, or Buffalo. And
Yeah.
honestly, in my opinion, I don't see anybody else really. The Ravens don't scare me. Uh,
No.
the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals seem to have woken up, so they might make some noise. But you know, I think it comes down to three or four teams in the AFC, and then in the NFC, I I don't know because you got two juggernauts losing to also Rams in the AFC yesterday,
Hmm.
and I mean Detroit. If I had to pick right now, I'd pick Detroit.
Detroit.
Really,
Yeah, Detroit. It was my preseason pick in the Super Bowl. Remember that?
yeah,
I had Detroit and Buffalo. I'm still pretty solid on Detroit. I think that Miami is definitely the front runner to make it. Their defense concerns me a little bit. The only thing I think with Buffalo is that again, people don't really realize how good a defense Buffalo has. Buffalo's defense is sensational.
yeah.
And even with all the injuries, I know we were talking about the defense, and oh, you guys are decimated. And I said it doesn't matter, and it
Yeah.
showed again. It doesn't matter. The talent on that defense is unbelievable. The depth is. They have an amazing defense. They have great players. I mean, obviously, the guys they got in from Milano aren't Matt Milano, but it's not that big of a step off. The
Who's number
corners are an
Who's
issue.
number 57? He's good.
57 AJ has been a bust until this year, and he is really kicking ass. He was a second round draft pick 2 years ago, and he is. Yeah,
He's pretty
Epinesa
good.
is definitely
He's pretty
bringing it.
good.
Yeah, the Bills D line they got 8 9
Did
guys
it.
that can play. So and their linebackers are
So Ed
good,
Oliver, is
and
he okay?
he just does dumb things. He's a great player, but he does dumb
I just
things.
thought he was
I
hurt.
mean,
That's what I meant.
no, he's all right.
Okay.
He just does dumb things. He wasn't. He was got benched because he's stupid.
Really?
He
Okay.
takes dumb penalties. It's a mystery. So yeah, I mean, overall, at least as a Bills fan for my whole life, you take the good with the bad. You win the game. That's what you got to do. The frustration it's setting in with the fan base is that we know we're better.
Yeah.
You have Josh Allen, so what are we doing? Why are we
Well,
not giving him the weapons?
it
And
does.
why are we not playing? It's like you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Just
Yeah.
let him be. Let him be.
Yeah.
He gets hurt. He gets hurt. If he throws an interception. He throws an interception. Let him be.
Let
And
him do his
because
thing. Well,
yeah,
and I think that's the thing with Kansas City and with Buffalo. I've watched several Kansas City games and followed Buffalo too, and they do seem to lack one thing a couple of things that Miami does have, which is firepower. That's what's killing Kansas City right now. You got Kelsey and you got who?
nobody. Kansas City, I really don't think's a factor, but they look
They're
terrible.
Yeah, they're looking rather ordinary against some ordinary teams and squeaking them out. And Buffalo, I think, can turn it on and off, like you said, whenever they want.
Mhm.
So
And they're
it's
not
gonna.
out of the mix. And again, would you rather go through this now or at the end of the year. So maybe they're going to peak. Maybe they'll make some changes. I
Yeah.
think if they would just add a dynamite wide receiver, easier said than done. I know that, but get another guy that can fly.
Right.
Because they don't have the speed. They don't have speed. They don't have a guy that can get down the field. It's everything's underneath and 10, 15 yards.
Yeah.
So, but hey,
Well,
that's
and let
that's
and
football.
let and let Josh do his thing, like you said.
Let Josh be Josh,
Yeah.
and whatever happens, happens. I mean, this is you got a friggin' racehorse, let him run.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like they put him on. What's that sulky racing with the cart? It's like, okay, Josh, you're a sulky horse now. No, let him
Yeah.
run. Don't put the cart. Don't drag Josh down with the cart. You
Right.
don't need the cart.
Well, we
So
got we got the Eagles in Philly on Sunday night, so it should be interesting to see how that goes. I think Jalen Hurts is overrated
me
personally.
too. He looked like garbage yesterday. He
Yeah.
doesn't have an arm. I mean, he can't throw the ball down
Yeah,
the
if
field.
if you can contain him running around all through the backfield, um,
But
their
look at their
defense.
receivers, right? Again, you look at the talent. They brought in Swift from Detroit, and that tells you how good Detroit is. They got rid of that guy. And
Yeah,
you got Smith, and you have Brown, and you got weapons. So
yeah,
the Bills got digged.
yeah.
Do
Well,
that.
yeah. What's
Oh
wrong
my!
with Gabe Davis? I mean, I thought he was a burner. He just not any good.
He's just awkward. He's more of a possession guy. Get to
Is
the
he?
boundary, no yards after catch. And trust me, the fan base is pretty down on Gabe because he drops a lot of passes. He fumbled last night.
Oh
So
man.
I like him. I just, I don't know. I'm not as down on him as a lot of people are. I like Gabe, but whatever's going on is going on because he's not getting the ball. So it's all digs, digs, digs.
Yeah.
So they
Well,
miss. They miss. They just need another option.
yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting rest of the year. See how it shakes out. Hopefully you guys in Miami both can stay away from injuries because I know that's always the wild card. So we'll
Right
see.
on.
I'm interested to see
So
what Miami does with Chase Claypool if they're going to get him in, and will he be an addition or a subtraction?
right on. Hey, Dr. Petrovich, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to room 6 in Greg's kitchen.
Hey man, so
So there we
yeah,
go.
yeah, our first comment.
Our first comment, Dr. Petrovich. Right on.
So
That's big.
you got that Larry Doby yesterday. Did you
Hmm.
get that in an auction or what?
Yeah, I
Just
got on eBay for
yeah,
like $20.
that's not bad. That's not,
Oh, it's so 1.5. Well, good, good, Doctor. Right on.
right. Yeah, absolutely. Um,
This is
yeah,
fun, right, Greg? Your people
yeah.
talking. All right.
It is
It's
fun. It
gonna
is
it'll
fun.
get bigger and better. Like we said in the intro, we're just trying something different. We haven't been as regular. I busy as hell, so I had an opportunity to we could go live, and here we are.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely. It's cool, and hopefully everybody will go back and look and listen to what we've been talking about. It's the hobby for me lately has been a little bit. What's the right word? I'm having fun selling stuff and trying to find good things to buy to sell and get stuff cheap out to people, and it's been really really a lot of fun. A lot of work. I mean,
it is.
it's a grind, but it's been fun, and I'm trying to get my Yastrzemski still, and I'm up to 36 as
Yeah,
we
you're
speak.
killing it with them.
Yeah, like I've found a couple of obscure ones that I've gotten sniped on lately, which is not super awesome, but you know, um, other than that, just buying some things. I got some lots coming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get some stuff moving. But I know you've got tonnage coming out of your ears, don't you? I mean,
Yeah, I've been stacking it up.
yeah,
Just kind of waiting until between the school and my school and soccer and this and that, and then my truck blew up, and it's just been something else. I just really haven't had time. But I'm stacking it up.
yeah,
Gonna unleash some Star Wars cards, and I got some good vintage, and I got some good junk wax era. It should be a great sale. So I'm just stacking it up and try to do like one a month and
right,
keep it interesting and fun for people. There'll be 50-cent cards and dollar cards, and I do have a few higher dollar cards coming in too. But yeah, buying right now, it's just yeah. There's the sales have been meh. So what are
yeah,
you gonna do? It's just not happening right now. A lot of things are overpriced, but then again, too, in all fairness, I've pretty much acquired what I want to acquire. So I don't just get things for the sake of having it. I'm not a hoarder. Um,
Right.
I've only if I want something, I get it. I don't get something. Oh, that'll be nice to have, and you'll see a lot of that stuff roll through my collection. Like I was an FA, I had the Hodges and the Campanella and this and that. I just
Yeah.
that nice Clemente. It just did nothing for me, so I moved it on. So unless I really, that's why I'm a different collector. Unless I have a connection to it, I, so I really only have a connection to like Hank Aaron, Easter, Larry Doby, Andre Dawson,
Yeah.
and the Buffalo Bills. So I add to my Bills collection all the time. But as far as baseball, it's minimal. And basketball, just Dr. J. So other
Yeah.
than Dr. J, I really don't. And the old Buffalo Braves. So I really don't. And hockey is, Wendell Clark, Bobby Orr, Matthew Barnaby was my hero with the Sabres. That guy was an amazing fighter, an agitator. So probably one of my all-time favorite hockey players ever is Barnaby. But
Well, yeah, and I can tell you have laser focused yourself into different things that you want to do, and I've kind of gotten that way myself with Yastrzemski, and I've been really digging the old basketball cards, vintage basketball. I love that stuff. They just look cool. They're not super. There's not a ton of them. It doesn't seem like compared to football and baseball. Um, so I've picked up some nice vintage basketball, and just the neat thing about what I'm doing with Yaz is there's so many of them. With modern stuff and just random things that I want to try to get. So it's been fun and just like you said, just kind of cycling things through. I've taken a look in my valuable card box to try to see what I can get it done. Because 4 years in back into this, I've got everything that I really want. So now it's just adding things that I really want, if that makes sense.
yeah,
So
absolutely. Similar to me.
yeah,
So hey, brother, my half hour is almost up for lunch here.
yeah,
but
absolutely. This has been
I'm going to
fun.
take
Let's
us on a little tour here.
Okay.
Let's flip it around. And so yeah, so this is it right here. This is what I do. Is this is a different type of deal here, and I
Looks
love it.
familiar.
Yeah, I love this room. People, you have no idea this room. I mean, what I do is not second chance you, and honestly, Mr. Ford's room is last chance you.
Yeah.
And but when you see this, this is it, man. This is everything. This is my kids. These are my, I love them.
Yeah.
We celebrate everything here, and this is like home, man. It's a great room. Celebrate everything they do, and I thank everybody for joining us today. And I
Well,
had a really good time.
and I appreciate you letting me come there when I'm in town and
Like
kind of sharing in the joy of that story. Well, not the story, but the fact that you went and
sure, you're
watched that.
part of it.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's
watched
why I
that
have
kid.
you in, because I know you get it, you understand, and you appreciate it.
I do.
I like telling people when they ask who you are, to it's none of your business. So
Right. That's pretty
who's
funny.
that guy?
I
Don't worry
did
about
get.
it. It's none of your
That
business.
guy did kind of launch me the other day. He's like, "Here's your phones,"
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're like, "Yeah, you
yeah. I
better
don't
get
know,
going."
man. Yeah, whatever. That's
Yeah,
all
that was
right.
funny.
Some people have too much time on their hands.
Well, I
So
had some extra time on my hands after I left the room, so I went down to
yeah,
that card store in Castleberry.
uh,
Oh my god, it was
yeah, waste of time, right?
yeah. I walked
Terrible.
in. I walked in, and we'll shut this down here shortly. But I walked in,
Yeah, no worries.
and I said, "Hey, you got any vintage?" And he just looked at me. It's full of Pokemon and Magic, and
What's
he's got
that?
like a PSA 5 Walter Payton rookie for like
Oh,
$1,000.
jeez.
And he's like,
Yeah,
"Here's
it's
my
bad.
vintage," and points to this case that has like 4 cards in it. I was like, "Man,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
you should branch
that's
out a
all.
little." Yeah.
It's definitely different.
Absolutely, man. You too, man. I'll talk to you later, Mark. Bye, everybody.